I'm Emily and I'm on the first day of the Goyeneche project in southern Peru. We've been tasked with repainting the local kindergarten and creating a puppet theatre for the children. Is a new and creative way for them to learn.
That we'll be able to talk to local children, we'll be able to play games with them, a bit of fun, but we'll also be able to help out the local community by building puppet theatre and painting a bit of the school, hopefully, if we can repair the walls a little bit.
My name is Taron Young. My expectations of projects are quite high. Probably shouldn't be, but I want to get a lot done. I definitely want to finish off what they've asked us to do, and maybe a bit more if we can. I want to get to know the community a bit, but I'll need to improve my Spanish slightly for that.
Well, the areas, it's very mixed. There's some houses that look quite substantial, and then there's others which are just made out of reeds and yeah, not quite a poor standard of living. But I mean, the people are very friendly. It's really nice. It's lovely weather. The community centre looks really nice. But hopefully we can make an improvement, I suppose.
To kind of make a difference in this local community here, to leave a lasting impression of our visit, really.
Just want to enjoy it while I'm here. Just want to be able to do as much as I can for everyone.
What I'm really hoping to achieve is to really make a difference and feel like we've really given back to the community and like taught them, like given them lessons for life, and they've kind of given us the same. So giving back and getting back.
There's loads of kids running around and they're very lively, so I'd quite like to see them playing with the puppet theatre and just get to see them having fun.
By interacting frequently with the children, by building a good quality puppet theatre and painting the walls properly, etc. That kind of thing. Doing a good job, I think, leaves a lasting impression.
Splitting up into coordinated groups, getting tasks done, one task done at a time. I don't know, just generally working hard. Remember this is for someone else, that they're really grateful for everything you do.
Some of the issues I think that could come up would be the fact that we can't meet the teacher until tomorrow, and we've got quite a limited amount of time anyway. Like on Thursday we leave in the afternoon, so we've only really got the morning, which isn't enough time. So actually having enough time to achieve what we want to achieve and setting realistic goals for ourselves.
Definitely not getting a lot done because everyone's going to want to play with the kids.
Some of the issues that I think could arise are not having enough paint to complete the classroom, our Spanish not being quite up to scratch to present to the children at the end of the week.
We could make it worse in the end because we might not actually have time for it all, so because we might be painting the classrooms as well, but we might not actually have time to finish them if we do start them, so that could be a problem.
I don't think the language barrier is going to be that much of a problem, but we're quite lucky because obviously Rob, our leader, he's very like all high and mighty. He can speak Spanish himself, and we have got a couple of people who are relatively, well, I would say fluent, but that's a bit too extreme. So we should be fine, I think. And we're hoping to put on a performance at the end of the project using the sock puppets that we create and making a little play in Spanish to present to the children. So I'm really looking forward to that and practicing Spanish and things like that. Playing with all the children and just like being able to interact with them with the stuff that we've made. So we're actually using, and they're going to learn how to use what we're giving them. It's quite a nice feeling.
Hi, I'm Murray. We're on our last day of our kindergarten project in Goyeneche. Well, we've really bonded with the locals and we've been respectful. But we've also made a really nice puppet theatre for them, and I think making the show, and if that all comes together today, which we'll be proving at 9 o'clock, I think that'll probably be our best achievement if it all goes okay. Well, we've been in Our Lady's house a few times for football, and she's given us popcorn and stuff. But we've also we've met with the little kids, and they know us by name now, and they get excited when they see us. We also know some adult members of the community like Hugo and Vicky and people like that.
We've taught English, to the local children, some of the local children. We've made a puppet theatre for the local children and the community in general, and puppets as well actually, so they can use the puppet theatre.
I think simply by being here and kind of interacting with the locals, we've made a bit of a difference. Like we've played football every day with the locals and we've interacted with the children, so I think it's been quite exciting for them, and it's also been really exciting for us. And also by kind of giving something to the kindergarten as well, we're helping with their learning, which is really good.
This puppet theatre looks really, really good. Every day we've had people from the team interacting with the children. We've got gifts. I think we've really got to know them. I think that's the whole point of our project.
I think I've become a lot more of a team player on project. I don't know, I feel like I've achieved a lot. Nothing specific, but I've had fun and I've enjoyed it.
I think I've been put in my comfort zone. I mean, especially with the whole food thing, you know, like I've never really dealt with fuel before, for example, and I've improved my skills in that. Maybe just working together to get, you know, a final product done.
I think I've maybe achieved a bit more confidence, maybe in being able to lead a team, but also in a strange or different situation, being able to kind of immerse myself in it and contribute.
I think I have interacted well with the community and tried my hand at Spanish, not incredibly successfully, but I've tried and I'm proud of myself for that.
Playing football with the locals was quite a highlight for me, and watching the girls play as well, because that just kind of brought us closer together and made us look a lot more approachable, and it was also a lot of fun to do.
Work with the kids, that was really beneficial, and also just completing the puppet theatre altogether was just really, yeah, that was probably one of the best bits for me.
I think the best thing I'm going to take away from project is just knowing that we've kind of made a difference, and we haven't been here long, but we've managed to help out a bit, and I think the kids really enjoy playing with us and we enjoy playing with them, and I think it's just been a very positive experience overall.
When we almost won the football match 5-3, and the fact we've improved so much in the 3 days, from going from like 8-0 to 5-0 and scoring 3 goals. I'm blaming the boys, they were a total jinx on us. Yeah. I think we should have prepared our kind of puppet show beforehand, because last night it was it's just a bit messy really, trying to get everyone organised and everyone was tired. So just come a bit more prepared. Like, we've got plenty of gifts and stuff like that, but just come a bit more prepared, like what we wanted to do in terms of saying thank you. Because I think we've achieved everything that was written down, but doing that little bit extra, I think we could have done more.
They didn't turn up for our football game yesterday, but that's about the only issue we've had. They've been very nice, very welcoming. Seem to want to be involved with us. You know, they're not shying away. You know, so that's very nice.
I think the main issues have been the kind of language barrier and how that's been a bit difficult for us. Like, there's been kind of complications with meals and things that might not have been directly our fault, but we've had to sort out.
The lack of time we had, but I think we've managed to achieve everything we wanted to achieve in the short space of time. But again, I would have liked another day, maybe, just to not feel so rushed and have to leave so quickly.
It's amazing how much you pick up when you're in kindergarten, and you learn what they're actually trying to say and what's actually going on in the classroom. Probably the best advice I can give is just say sí.
Also, having Rob, who speaks Spanish, is very handy.
Everyone's they're more comfortable attempting to speak Spanish, whereas before project everyone was kind of just, right, no, it's okay, Rob can do it, whereas everyone's actually trying to speak a little bit, even if it doesn't make any sense, but they're trying. I think, because on the briefing it said that they were quite a shy community, and Jael actually stressed that World Challenge in general stressed that don't come on too strong, don't come on too brash, and they've all been so welcoming. Like, we were going to that lady Vicky, who's kind of become our new mother. She's just been looking after us, and we've been able to watch the football with her, and all the ladies just quite happy to come up to us and be like, oh, let's go play a match now, and they're all been really welcoming, which is something I was a bit scared for, that they'd be like, oh, it's just these Westerners here to try do some good and they'll actually do more damage. So I'm really glad that we've worked so well with them.
I thought the community would be very shy, but they're actually very welcoming, and the kids are just a handful really. There's a lot of really good fun to play with, and they're bold and come over to you as soon as you arrive.
I thought it'd be a lot more run down, the village and everything, and we're living in fairly nice facilities. I thought we'd be in a lot worse conditions, so that's been a big surprise for me.
Funnily enough, it's actually almost exactly how I expected it to be, and it all came to fruition, and it's all how I expected it to be, which is a really good thing because I expected it to be a really good experience and a really fun experience, and it has been.
It's felt a lot shorter than we expected it to. Like, it's gone by really quickly, and I think maybe that's because we've been having so much fun, but also because of the work that needs doing, we need to get it done quite quickly, which is a bit surprising, but I think we've managed.
I was worried that my expectations for project were going to be too high, and although it's not what I imagined it to be like, it's even better. Just how well we've all got on with one another, and how easy I find going to speak to someone from the community, even though I don't really understand what they're saying and just say "see" a lot of the time. It's quite homely. I feel like we fit in.
I think the project went well. I think it went well because it was quite a specific project, building a puppet theatre, and it meant that the team were able to focus quite clearly on one kind of clear objective, and I think that definitely helped. And expectations were met, I think, which is always good.
I've really enjoyed the project. I think it's probably been it was probably the one I was looking most forward to, and I've really enjoyed it. I think it's a shame that it wasn't longer. We could have done more, but I think that's still been really good and beneficial.
I think if anything could have gone better, I think really it would come down to two things. A little bit more initiative by individual members of the team. I think the other thing is probably, obviously, the language barrier was challenging, and I think there was a lot of reliance on you quite heavily.
Life-changing maybe, because it's opened up a new... I've never seen anything like this before in my life, so it puts things in perspective how ungrateful we are for some things, and how grateful they are for the little things.
However, I have to say I was very pleased with the end result when they put their play together to bridge the sort of communication gap, and I think that worked quite well. I actually think probably the language was better than the puppeteering, so that was a little bit surprising, so I was expecting it to be the other way around, because I think it did show that they came together as a group and they had worked to try to sort of do something. So no, I think it's been a very good project in the whole. Great community, very supportive of one another, and very welcoming, keen to get involved without wanting to get in your space and sort of interrupt what you're doing all the time, but just really wanting to support you by feeding you and making you welcome. So that was really good.
Thank you, Scotland. That's how you do it, Kyle.